Welcome to Maths Weekly. Today we'll be looking at the second part of P4 vectors. To determine if two lines meet and find the intersection point, you follow these simple steps. Write down the equations in column notation and set them equal to each other. Write three linear equations involving lambda and mu, where lambda and mu are the parameters in the vector equations of the lines. Try to solve the first two equations simultaneously, and then follow the steps relevant to your result. Let's look at an example of how to do this. This is a question that involves lines L1 and L2. We're asked to show that they meet and find the coordinates of their point of intersection. Rewrite the equations into this form. Take the first two lines and solve simultaneously. Here you can see that we get values for lambda and mu. When we sub in our values into this line, that we did not use, both sides balance. And we then sub in lambda to get the point of intersection, which is -2, -4, 15. Let's now look at the scalar product, also called the dot product. The scalar product of two vectors is equal to the product of the vector's magnitudes and the cosine of the angle between them. To find the scalar product between vectors A and B, you simply do this. A1 times B1 plus A2 times B2 plus A3 times B3. To find the angle between two vectors, you use this formula that uses the definition of scalar product. For vectors A and B, here we have our values for I, J, and K. Find A dot B by doing this, and then find the magnitude of A and B. Sub in your values and solve for theta, and you get 71.9 degrees here. When finding the angle between two vector equations of lines, only focus on the direction bit, which in this case is 2, 3, -3 and -2, 5, 1. With this, just solve it like we previously did. Another thing to note in this area is that if two vectors A and B are perpendicular, the angle between them is 90. Since cos 90 equals 0, A dot B equals the magnitude of A times the magnitude of B, cos 90, which is 0. The non-zero vectors A and B are perpendicular if A dot B equals 0. If A and B are parallel, the angle between them is 0 degrees. If A and B are parallel, A dot B equals the magnitude of A times the magnitude of B. I hope that you found this video helpful. Come back next week for another one.